is something you can swear you saw but no one is believing you. I was just 10 years old. It was a Thursday, a hot summer night, and I was home alone. My parents were out of town for the whole day, and a few hours before they were supposed to get back, I invited a few of my friends over: David, Rocky, Miguel, and my old best friend Xavier. We played board games, ate junk food, and took turns playing Call of Duty on my Xbox 360. Everything was chill, just a bunch of kids hanging out, laughing, and passing the time. Then someone said, "Let's play hide and seek." We made one rule: the last person found becomes it for the next round. That made things way more competitive. We turned most of the lights off and kept only a dim lamp on in the living room to make it more fun. In the first round, I hid behind the long curtain in the living room. I could hear the floor creaking as someone walked by. I held my breath and stayed perfectly still. Eventually, I got found. Not first, but not last either. Miguel was the last one found, so he was it for the second round. This time, I crammed myself into the cabinet under the kitchen sink. Not a great hiding spot. Tight, smelly, and kind of hard to breathe, but I figured it would work. I stayed quiet, but someone heard me shifting and pulled the cabinet open. I got caught again. Rocky was the last one found in that round, so he became it for the third one. I wanted a better hiding spot this time, so I ran upstairs and crept into the old guest room at the end of the hallway. It was a room we never really used, just had an old dresser, a dusty window, and this creaky wooden bed that looked like it hadn't been touched in years. I closed the door behind me, dropped to the floor, and slid under the bed. The wood underneath was splintered and jagged, but I didn't care. I just wanted to stay hidden. Dust filled my nose, and I tried to stay still while I listened for footsteps. After a minute or so, I heard the door creak open. Someone had come in. They didn't say anything. I just saw two pale, bare feet walk slowly toward the bed and stop right next to me. Then whoever it was crouched down, and I saw their face, upside down, just inches from mine. At first, I thought it was one of my friends wearing one of my old Halloween masks to mess with me, but something wasn't right. The face didn't look like a mask. The skin looked real, too real. The eyes were sunken and far apart. The mouth stretched wide like it was stuck mid-scream, and the expression didn't change. It just stared at me. That's when I remembered. I never saw any of my friends bring a mask. My heart dropped. I screamed, scrambled backward, and slammed my arm hard into the bed frame. I scraped it bad on a piece of sharp, splintered wood sticking out. Blood was dripping down my arm, but I didn't care. I bolted out of the room as fast as I could. I ran downstairs, out of breath, holding my arm, and told everyone, David, Rocky, Miguel, and Xavier, what I saw. I thought they'd be just as freaked out, but they weren't. "Bro, what mask are you talking about?" Miguel asked. "I swear I've been down here the whole time," David said. "I didn't go upstairs," Rocky added. Xavier just looked at me, confused. "Are you serious right now?" They didn't believe me. None of them did. I was shaking. I didn't want to stay in that house. Not another second. I asked Xavier if I could go with him to his place, and he said yes. I called my parents and told them to come pick me up from Xavier's instead. Later that night, when they arrived, I told them everything. I told them what I saw under the bed, the face, the way it looked at me, the cut on my arm from crawling out. I told them I never wanted to step foot in that guest room again. I also told them something that felt hard to say out loud. I didn't feel safe sleeping in that house anymore. But just like my friends, my parents didn't believe me either. They told me it was probably a dream, that I had imagined it, that I was just scared from playing in the dark. A few months later, we ended up moving out. Some issue with the landlord and disagreements about the lease. I didn't ask questions. I didn't care why. I was just thankful. To this day, my parents still don't believe my story, but I swear, I know what I saw, and I still have a scar on my arm to prove I wasn't just imagining things.